Hello everyone, welcome to Nib Picking, and today I'm actually just talking about an ink that I received in the mail today that I was super excited about. Didn't really have any plans to make a video about this, but I just loved it when I saw it and I just thought I'd share. I recently placed an order from Shiger Inks, which is a company based in the US that specializes in Asian fountain pen inks. They had this ink from Three Oysters. I ordered another ink from them as well that I'll show in another video. But I got super excited about this when I saw it. It's such a pretty color. An orange ink, which is a color that I never thought that I would want to own, but it doesn't look like a super saturated highlighted color. It's a little more subdued. This is from the company Three Oysters, which is a Korean company that makes fountain pen inks. And this particular one is called, you can see in the front, it's called Hwangto, which is a color of like a red earth that a lot of bricks and clay are made out of. Over in Korea, you'll see it a lot if you go and visit there. I lived in South Korea for about 7 years, so it's a special thing to me, and when I saw the sample on the website of the color, I just knew I had to have it. It's such even a nostalgic feeling for me to see that. So I'm gonna unbox this ink from Three Oysters, and I'm gonna do a little sketch, even though I did not plan necessarily to do one. So it's just gonna be a little bit off the cuff. But let's open it up. The box is high quality cardboard, by the way. It doesn't feel flimsy or like that the box could get dinged or scratched. It says on the side of the box, Seoul Colors aim to enhance the unique charm and brand value of the city by looking at the elements of Seoul's representative in the background of Seoul's history and environment. Sounds a little bit nicer in Korean. But anyway, in the bottom it says, I Seoul you. Seoul is spelled, of course, like the city, Seoul, this capital city. And down the center here is the Hangul, the Korean character for Seoul, which is Seoul. This up here is Seoul, and that's Ul, meaning Seoul, the capital city of Korea. On the back, it says Seoul Colors, Three Oysters, ink for fountain pens, 38 milliliters. Bottle patent registered in Seoul, brand license made in Korea. And then there's a website there, Korean website, and this looks like a kind of a infographic showing the different colors that they do have in this line. And there's a lot there, so worth looking, worth checking out. There's a few more that I would love to own in this particular vein. So opening up the box, and you see they went the extra mile to protect it. Look at this. This is a really thick foam too. It's not just like a cheap styrofoam. It's like I feel like there's going to be a TV in here with how strong this is. But it's a bottle of fountain pen ink, and this is the ink. I love the label. It's got the color, but then it's also got the representation of this kind of wall decoration pattern of what you'd see in kind of a historical building in Korea. Which is that Hwangto color, and it says Gottam Hwangto Sek, which I can't read Chinese, but the Korean is what I just read up on the top, and in the center it says Hwangto, and there's the Three Oysters logo. One of the unique things about this bottle is it's got a little divot in the corner, and I believe the reason why is so that you can tip it on its side. When you start to run lower on ink, that means you get a better, more full fill, but for now I wouldn't do that because I think the ink will spill out the top. Again, I wasn't planning on doing a review, like a full-fledged fountain pen review, so I'm going to just take a pen that I've already used before, the Noodlers Nib Creeper, and I'm going to fill it up, and this is a demonstrator, so we'll be able to see it really nice. And then I'll do a quick sketch. I don't know what I'm going to sketch, but something. All right. So again, this pen, I wasn't a huge fan of it when I drew with it a few weeks ago. Let's see if I can do something nice with it today. I'm pulling the piston down, so the piston's down at the bottom. I enter the ink into the top here, and then I'm just going to pull up the ink. Definitely looks really cool inside that demonstrator pen. I'm just going to grab a little bit of paper towel from over here. I'm going to blot off the ink. It's a really nice color. It's got a little bit of a desaturated hint to it, so it's a little bit of a brown orange. I really like that a lot. Let's see how it looks on paper. I gotta figure out something to draw. What's orange? Name something orange. I don't know, I'll figure it out. Anyway, here we go. Okay, so went into this without much thought in advance. Was just thinking about what kind of things are orange, and I decided that giraffes are orange to some degree. So I went in and sketched this little caricature, and I got a chance to use the Hwangto 3 Oysters ink. I'm using my Noodlers Nib Creaper, which is a pen that I've expressed on the review that I did of it that I'm not super impressed with, and pretty much all the times that you see me fiddling around with the pen is because it wasn't flowing properly. So that's all the fault of the pen and not the ink. I do like this 3 Oysters ink. 3 Oysters seems like a really cool, legitimate company, and it's cool to see a Korean company that's doing something in the fountain pen world. I'd love to see some of these companies come up with their own pens, or to see a Korean fountain pen company really make a splash somewhere. In the meantime, just focusing on this ink. I do like it. I've always thought that orange and light yellow and those kind of colored inks just remind me too much of highlighters to be great in a pen. But this one is just on the edge of something else. I think I do wish it was a little bit more kind of desaturated, a little bit more towards a gray or a peachish color. Maybe that's weird, maybe that's just me. But overall, I'd like to see it used in my pens in the future. So it was really cool. Thanks for checking me out. Like and subscribe for more content from me, and I'll see you next time.